and I become good buddies. I work right here, and we talk about movies all the time.
A lot.
And I love his coffee and
Thank
his
you.
treats, and he is
Thank
an
you.
amazing person, and I love him.
Now, when you turn it off, he's gonna like tell me how much he hates it.
No, that's not true. That's all from the heart.
I know.
All
I
from
know.
the heart.
I
My man.
appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, Christian.
Hello everyone, we are back after a long time. The special guest with the Isa Seyran. We organize Turkish event with the Isa.
Wonderful to have you here, Khan. The event we did was wonderful. I had a great time. It was a huge success. We introduced the Turkish culture to a DC audience.
Let me give them what we did. I organized Turkish culture event with the destination DC. We plan showing how DC is cultural.
Yes, it's not
How
just political
diverse-
town.
Yep,
Yes,
yep,
yes.
how
it's not
diverse-
just politics and diplomats, but it have also a wonderful culture scene and restaurant scene.
Yep.
That's what you showed.
We started with the Isa,
Yeah.
nice Turkish coffee,
Uh-huh.
explaining the Turkish history, Turkish background.
Absolutely.
And then
For
giving
wonderful
them
food.
Yeah, wonderful food,
And a
kardelen
music,
dance,
and a
music,
dance.
group
Ah.
sauce. It was amazing.
No, it was wonderful.
I want to give huge applause to Süleyman, Meze.
Yes, yes. The event was really amazing on a lot of levels, but especially for me because, like I work at Meze 23 years ago. I opened Meze. So like it was really wonderful to be there again and to serve people. Thank you for making me part of it.
Of course, of course. Everyone's wanna sit at his table.
No.
Because
no,
why?
no.
He's
He gives me
he's
too much credit,
communicating. Yeah.
That was his event. He organized it. He brought people. That's what makes you really amazing and wonderful because, like you don't want to shine. Like, oh, I'm me.
No.
You give the stage to
I
others.
don't like. I mean, people knows me. Like I don't like always talking about me.
Yeah.
And also, you are like that same. You are the same also. Let's go to beginning.
Let's do
you
it.
studied politics.
Yes, but before that, I was born in a village in Anatolia. I was a shepherd for a long time, and then we moved Istanbul to a slum. That's where I've got introduced to great literature, to poetry. I discovered the joy of reading. So I started learning languages at a very early age. Learned Arabic and Farsi and
How
French.
many languages you know?
6.
6.
Very well. 6 very well. French, Spanish, Farsi, Arabic, obviously English. I could read and write in Italian and German, but I don't speak them very well. Later, I went to study at the University of Ankara, the political science, but I hated it. It wasn't for me. It was a great school, but it wasn't for me. I always loved writing, and I wrote a novel, I wrote short stories, I did poetry. I did everything else except school. I left it there because I've done everything I could do in Turkey. I published a literary magazine. I published a
During
novel.
university education.
Yeah. I did short stories. I did poetry. I did everything I could do. And I realized there was nothing else left for me to do. It wasn't a hint. It was a hunch. It was an itch. It was an intuition. It wasn't planned. But I felt like, it's not over. There's more to do. I didn't know what that was. Followed an instinct, and I came here to DC, to 2000. I'm one of the first.
Yeah.
Here,
Why you picked the DC?
because I love the capital, Ankara.
Makes sense.
Even though, my family is from Istanbul. Culture in Ankara. There was smart people, diplomats in politics and,
Clean.
like clean, like organized. So that's why I came to Washington. I started working at the restaurant.
You also studied in the DC art school.
Yes. That was 10 years though. It took me 10 years to develop courage. After 10 years of being here and learning the language, I said, you know what, maybe I could try. So I studied acting and directing at a conservatory, at an acting directing conservatory. That was 3 years. And I slowly built courage. So I did a play. I wrote and directed a play. And then after that, I wrote, directed, and produced a feature film that features giants of the Washington, D.C. theater scene. Like Washington, D.C. is not just politics. It's not just diplomacy in politics. Great to see you, Sam. You could say hi. You don't be a stranger just because we are recording.
I know I don't want to.
No. It's okay.
You can come join.
Yeah.
Good to see you, brother.
Because of you, the video is now much better.
Yeah.
You add beauty to it.
Enjoy it.
You know?
Beauty to our lives.
No.
You do.
Brother,
Love you, man.
I love you. Love you more. Have some tea. Have some tea before you go.
Yeah. How are you?
Good.
Nice to meet you.
Sorry to interrupt.
No. This is good.
Brother,
This is good. Like
this is fun. Are you kidding me? What are you talking
it's
about?
interactive.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
brother.
I will not cut off to this part.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, this adds life to it. I love you, brother. I
Appreciate you,
it.
Which restaurant is the first one?
Place in McLean called Kazan.
Oh, Kazan.
That's what I worked at. The second one was Meze. I opened Meze, and after that I opened Zaytinya. When I opened Zaytinya, Jose Andres wasn't really famous. He was a great chef. He's incredibly famous right now. Incredibly famous. A great human, great humanitarian. Everybody knows him, obviously. He was actually, he helped Turkey during the earthquake. He has a world central kitchen. When there's a tornado, earthquake happens, he goes
he's
there.
helping. We appreciate to
yes,
him,
absolutely.
like, all the effort. So I heard that in Zaytinya, you bring something unique to that restaurant about the Turkish coffee.
So when we opened Zaytinya, during the training, Jose asked me to talk about the dishes, like the history of Hünkar Beğendi, İmam Bayıldı. And I also trained people, the staff, how to make coffee and tea, and how to carry with the copper trays that Jose brought from Turkey. Jose was in Istanbul, researching the food. He's from Spain. He worked at this very, very famous a restaurant called El Bulli. El Bulli was the world's best restaurant for many, many years. He worked there as a cook. And then, he came to America at 1990 something, and he established a Jaleo, the
in
Spanish.
DC.
In DC.
In DC.
1996, that's his first restaurant. And then 2003, he did Zaytinya. 2002. And also what he did was, before him, it was Turkish food, Greek food, Lebanese food. And then they were saying, no, this is Lebanese. No, this is Greek. This is this. Jose said, listen, it's Eastern Mediterranean civilization. It's a part of the same culture, umbrella. You guys share the same place, same geography for thousands of years. It's the same food. So he combined the Lebanese, Turkish, and Greek. So, Jose Andres showed that. It's the same culture, same food. And so I worked there and I really enjoyed it. So after we opened, I started reading fortunes from coffee grounds.
In the restaurant?
In the restaurant.
In the Zaytinya?
In Zaytinya. It was like, I started as a joke, as an entertainment. I wanted to entertain myself and the people.
So what is the first person you remember, you look at it, and then what is the expression in the restaurant?
They actually really loved it. It was like a huge hit. It was a Sunday night. I remember this beautiful Iranian woman. And then she was just, wow, this is really wonderful. Sunday night became like Sunday and Monday night. People are coming more for it. It became Tuesday night. And then, before you know it, people start coming on weekends.
Wow.
And weekends, Zaytinya.
That's a success.
And then, Zaytinya, there was like a 2 to 3 hours wait list. People were waiting for 2 to 3 hours for a table in my section. And then when they sit, they didn't want to eat. They wanted to skip to Jose Andres' world famous food and to go into coffee and dessert so I could read their fortune. So that obviously pissed the management off. The management.
Anytime happened, like you look at the fortune and then after a month time, they will come to you and then they ask like, you told us everything, and it happened.
I still remember.
What is it?
I have goosebumps every time.
What is it?
I saw that one lady was pregnant and then she laughed out. She's like, we've been trying for years. And then she came back in tears. A month later, she hugged me and said, oh my God, I can't believe it. That's a God-given moment. You cannot take it personally. It's a given to you. It's a gift. And if you take money, you dirty it. That gift will go away. But there are some serious fortune tellers, like Oracle. They look at your cups and they sense things in your future. And that I take seriously. But everything else is for fun. So that became incredibly popular. People were asking for it. Not wanting to eat the food, but for the fortune telling. And at that time, I had a really long hair. The management said, listen, we're going to have to fire you. So they said, listen, that guy, I became incredibly popular among Arab and Iranian women. They used to call me Omar Sharif, this famous Egyptian actor. The management said that Omar Sharif looking waiter, we got fired, but they made me cut my hair and they hid me upstairs in the mezzanine. So I worked, on the upstairs because it was getting out of hand. That's when I knew this Turkish coffee would be something really wonderful one day.
You can turn to the...
So that 20 some years ago, I said, you know what, one day maybe I will do this. Customer is a dirty word for it, I like to think you're special. That's how I see you. I'm sorry that there is a money exchange. It's ugly. I hate it. There is a saying, when money enters, God leaves the room. I wish county give me like $150 a day, which just covers everything, the food, the rent, everything. And then I just would do this for free. I listen to complaints and, I'm like a therapist. I really do. Wisdom. Not knowledge, but wisdom. Feed them all the proverbs, like Ethiopian, Eritrean, Indian, Chinese, all this ancient knowledge that doesn't exist in the books. Wisdom, called Dervish AI. What do you think? Right? Right?
So situational, I would enter, hey, I'm going through this. The AI will give me proverbs that relate to my issues.
Absolutely. It's going to say, you know, I just broke up after a 5-year relationship. What should I do? I said, time. There's nothing like, you know, you need 2.5 years to get over, you need half of the time to get over a breakup.
You believe that, really?
Not the half of the time,
Or
but
that's
you
just
need
a
time.
proverb that you get?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. That's what they say. They say like you need half of the time. You've been like 10 years, you need like 5 years. But it may not be 5 years, but you definitely need some time. Because like, you know, like he or she has been part of you for so long, you know, and it only time will decrease. And one day you'll wake up and realize that that person is completely gone. You haven't thought of him or her for 1 second. That's the freedom day. That's when you're going to be completely free.
You left the Zaytinya.
Yes.
What is the next stop?
Next, you know, like I work in DC, you know, like different restaurants, all high-end restaurants.
What
you know,
is one of the memories still remember?
The Bombay Club in front of White House, the Bombay Club, there is a very famous restaurant called Bombay Club. It's like literally in front of the White House. That's where I really took care of the heavyweights of Washington, D.C. Secretary of State, the Supreme Court judges, the, you know, the Secretary of Treasury, the presidents, and you know, Hillary Clinton. But my favorite one was the New York Times writers, columnists. New York Times Washington Bureau is right around the corner, next building. So they used to come down for lunch. And me being a writer, that's what I love taking care of the most. The David Brooks, Thomas Friedman, and especially Maureen Dowd. What I mean is that, you know, like I am there too, they don't have to tell me. I am there witnessing their conversation. Like the Washington Post owner, Donald Graham, not the Jeff Bezos, but the Graham family that used to own the Washington Post. When he was selling the Washington Post, he was meeting with his lawyers and with potential buyers at the Bombay Club.
And then you saw?
Of course I saw. I saw everything.
For that
he
reason.
loved the tomato juice, which I hated it, but he loved the tomato juice, and just for him we ate the tomato juice. This is the Donald Graham, the daughter of Katharine Graham, the iconic figure, and he was selling the Washington Post. I witnessed everything. He used to sit right there in the corner, the table 5. It was just the two. I also, one of my favorite moments of the entire waitering career, I saw Maureen Dowd, the New York Times columnist, write a column in front of me. So that was very, very special for me. You know, you have to read the room. Not everybody wants to talk to you. You know, you have to understand it. You're not there to entertain. You know, like I was there. Like when I started at Meze, you know, I thought I was this sleek, flirty, Mediterranean, suave seducer. I seduce people, you know. At Zaytinya, I did that. I was spoiled. I was taking care of everybody. As I get older, as I've done this more, I've realized that, listen, people are here to eat. You know, they're not here to be entertained. So I only did that when people ask for it. When people say, like, oh, like, where are you from? Oh my God, Istanbul. Oh my God, I love this. Like, like, what are you doing here? Like when they ask for it. So I, you know, I kept it professional. I learned to be, you know, quiet, read the room, read the people, and just provide a good service. So it's something that even my father did it. So it was, you know, like it was in my genes. It was in my DNA to be a great waiter. But also I combined it with the knowledge, with my education, with the like love of literature and cinema. So it wasn't just empty talk, but you know, with everybody, to be able to like, you know, connect with everybody. So like to be able to like know everything, you know, be an avid reader, helped me become even a greater waiter. You know, because I read a lot. You know, I read the newspaper, the magazine, I read books. And
I mean, even when recording this, one of the guests came.
Yeah.
To bring him to the book. Book is here.
That's the book.
Well,
You,
no,
our
yeah.
dollar, your, oh my God.
Yeah. Well,
Thank you. Thank you.
It's really interesting.
I can't wait. Earlier, you witnessed that, you know, like I actually got mad at you because you weren't ready. I wish you know, you recorded at that.
Yeah.
He was reading my book without even knowing that it was my book.
He has a book, The Waiter.
Yeah.
He's talking about all his memories in Washington, D.C.
Yeah. It's called Waiter, Reflections and Memories, a brief history of Washington, D.C.'s world-class dining scene. It's the subtitle. It really talks about how the D.C. became the dining capital. As we've discussed on that night, on the night that you organized, you know, D.C. is not just the politics and diplomacy. It has a great restaurant scene, the second best restaurant scene after New York, and also second best theater scene after New York.
It's
Not
Washington,
Chicago,
D.C.
Washington, D.C. Not many people know that, but we have great theaters. Signature, William Ahmed, Shakespeare Theater, the Studio Theater, the Avant-Garde, many, many theaters. And also we have great restaurants, And I saw the birth of it. Still as busy as the first day.
That's true.
Rasika is the best Indian restaurant outside India. Like, look at that. It's the best Indian restaurant in America. It's phenomenal food. Same Bombay Club, where I work. Not just a great food, but also a place to dine with the Supreme Court judges. I've seen broke peace negotiations. I served prime ministers, I served kings, I served queens, like King Abdullah, Jordan. I served there. There was a peace negotiation between Malaysia and Indonesia. This on this side, that on this side. I served. But many memories there.
Many memories.
In my book, I said it doesn't come with a corner office and a title. I understand that it's not everybody's career aspirations, but it's a great job.
Yeah.
You make great money. I made great money. Networking. The money that I made at working at restaurants, I financed my play. I financed my own film. I didn't beg. I didn't ask permission. I financed it with the money I made at a restaurant. I have a play and a film.
Play and film.
I wrote, directed, and produced a play called Brothel. It takes place in a brothel. It's a series. Film is called God is Bored. Its premise is that God is bored and then creates humanity to entertain himself. So in my film, we see 12 different characters in one day, Sunday, during a regular Sunday, and their lives interconnecting, intertwining, and my character is one of them. He's a waiter at a restaurant called Ali. But it's not just me, it's got a lot of different great actors in it. Washington, D.C. has wonderful restaurants, so wonderful theaters. My actors were legends of D.C. theater scene. Qué gusto verte.
Me gusta verte. Ya vendré a tomarme un cafecito.
Sí, claro. ¿Cómo está? ¿La vida te trata bien?
Muy bien, gracias a Dios.
Qué
Muy
bien.
agradecida por todo.
Ajá.
Siempre uno tiene que ver las cosas, the positive things of life.
Sí, claro.
¿Cuándo vas a ir a entrenar?
Ojalá muy pronto. Necesito, mira, gordito.
No, un six-pack.
Ajá, un six-pack. Ajá.
No, you look great.
So now let's talk about Ballstonian.
Yes. So after waiting tables for 20 some years, I've done the film, done the play, done it all.
You've done everything.
Done everything, and I realized I'm still, working for other people. But the real hitting moment, the awakening moment was when I was at that restaurant, Kazan, in McLean, and people liked the coffee, but this time people came for tea. They didn't want to have the food. They came for the tea and conversation. They wanted to have a conversation, talk about about life and cinema and movies and literature and this and that. And then especially there was this Iranian couple, they came for just 2 teas. He paid $100. He was like, what do you mean he's not going to have food? I'm like, listen, he's not going to have food. He's here for the tea. So that was an awakening moment. I said, you know what? I should do something of my own humble stage. I should do tea and coffee. So let's rewind the tape back to my middle school. I did this actually in my uncle's tea shop in Istanbul, in Ballston.
So you have experience already?
Yes. I work at the tea and a coffee shop, making tea and coffee in Ballston, in Istanbul. When I was starting this, people said, you're crazy. You're gonna make Turkish coffee steps away from Starbucks. Who knows Turkish coffee? But I had confidence in me. I said, you know what? I'll do it anyway. And now, I have regulars. I have many regulars that come here. I said, you know what, like Steve Jobs. People don't know what they want till you show them. So that was my thing. I had a confidence in the product. But also, I lived here. I knew that was missing. Yes, it's wonderful, like Europe and great city, but nobody was out and about. Everybody was, going in. I wanted to bring people out, connect, like a civic discussion, a conversation. So I knew that would do really well here. Masala chai, the Indian tea that I made, I made it for Michelle Obama at Rasika, very famous Indian restaurant that I worked at, for Hillary Clinton, for many people. So I have that masala chai here, Indian tea. I have Turkish tea that we're drinking. Yeah, people really loved it because it's honest, it's authentic. There was an Albanian woman. I gave her the chai, the tea. She said, "Oh my God, this brought me back to my memories of childhood."
What is your calling to this one?
This is known as a tuk-tuk in Asia.
Yeah.
Tricycle, three-porter in Turkey. Here is a coffee cart. And so like I decided to tea and coffee, something that I know. And I wanted to do it here in my neighborhood where I lived. Since the first day I came here, I always lived in Ballston. Always the zip code, the same zip code. Now I live in this building right here for 25 years. As you could see,
He's popular.
yeah.
He is definitely popular.
As you could see, it's a very European town. It's very
If
walkable.
you become the candidate mayor here this time, you will be elected.
I am a humble servant of the community. You know, people refer me as the mayor of Ballston, but I see myself as a humble servant.
I want to come to that point. He doesn't care title, and he's so happy.
When you're empty inside, you need these external titles to complement you,
That's true.
accentuate
That's
you.
true.
But when you do things that really gives you immense satisfaction, like my writing, you know, like my directing, the film, the reading, the joy of getting this, you know, like intellectual satisfaction.
But also, you're not
you don't
faking.
need this.
You are not faking to the people. The people love you.
Yeah.
You are natural.
You cannot buy love. You can buy advertisement, but this love is different. And you shouldn't think it's you. You shouldn't let it get to you. You know, you should take it as a gift. You shouldn't think of, oh my God, I'm this, I'm that. No, it's a gift. It's a gift that has been put into the people's heart. You know, they love you. That's great. You know, like, it should humble you. Brayton, come on in. Join. Say hi. This video will be so wonderful with you in it. This good-looking gentleman, his name is Brayton. So
Nice
good
to
to
meet
see
you.
you.
Yeah,
Khan.
nice to meet you, Khan.
Brayton is a dear friend, a kindred spirit. You know, we share the love of cinema, good cinema. I got the Prime just to watch the Asteroid City again.
That's how I first met Isa. I was talking about Tarkovsky.
Wittgenstein and
Russian director.
Tarkovsky.
Wow.
Wittgenstein is this philosopher from Austria. So I saw the book he was reading. It was like exactly a year ago, a little earlier than a year ago. It was a day like this, right? He was reading a book, that right there, like a book, actually like this, with a cover, with a paper. I'm like, wow, he's wonderful. And then I went over there, Wittgenstein. I'm like, you had me at hello. Wittgenstein, you're reading Wittgenstein, we're friends for life.
Your Instagram post was a Tarkovsky shot.
Yeah.
You took it. It was mist in a forest.
It was mist in a fog.
I gotta check this out.
Right, yeah. You know, people are really sophisticated in this area. They're very well traveled. They're very well read. Look at this guy, you know. He studied philosophy, you know. He knows cinema like no tomorrow.
Yeah.
This brought people like him into my life. In Turkey, we have a saying, right? And when you go to a coffee house, what does it say? It says coffee is an excuse. Come for a conversation, right? So that's what this does. It's a place to have a conversation. It's a place to engage in a civic discussion. And this Ballston being what it is, with this big, wonderful sidewalk, big buildings, you know, it needs a place like this, a square, town square, where you could come.
Not like Starbucks
Yes,
or...
yes, not like Starbucks.
Nobody talks.
Yeah, you go there to get something done. Somebody asked me like a Wi-Fi, do I have Wi-Fi here? I said, I have the opposite of Wi-Fi. I have a jammer. I don't have Wi-Fi. I have a jammer that blocks the Wi-Fi. You don't look at a screen here. You stare into other human beings.
I think nowadays
you stare
we need
into
it.
your soul.
Because we forget to talk
Absolutely.
or communicate or
Absolutely.
like share
Absolutely.
something.
Yes, I'm really happy what this does. You know, it makes me happy. It's actually in my book. I said, if I have a place one day, it's gonna have a jammer. You know, no Wi-Fi. I think, you know, being a great chess player, not a great, being a decent. He's a better chess player. He beats the shit out of me and pisses me off. He crushes my ego.
We go back and forth.
No. he wins 4 times. I win like 1 or 2.
Wow.
If I'm lucky.
Last 2 games we played, you won.
No, you won. You won. I remember. I still. It hurts. It hurts.
Sunday tournament go well?
I didn't do like Magnus did. You know. Remember? Have you seen it? Norway chess.
Yeah.
That guy never loses. You know what does he? He's not used to it.
Yeah.
I think you
Dubai
asked the
chocolate.
baklava, right?
Oh, yeah.
I keep him here longer, you know. It's an excuse, you know. It's an excuse, you know. Like if I like somebody, I try to slow the service. If I don't like somebody, I speed it up.
Yes.
That's
you know,
a good point.
like I have a couple of tables. I get a good vibe, wonderful, good looking, great vibe, great conversation. I'm saying, listen, you're not in a hurry. Don't worry, I'll get your drink. Here's some bread and butter, you know, munch on it. Take care of your sugar level. Don't worry, you know, we'll be here long. We'll close the place together. You, on the other hand, what do you want? You know, before the drink, I'll get the food order in. While the chef is cooking, I'll get his drinks. Here's your check. I'm out.
And then
I'm over here talking about Tarkovsky and Ozu. You go. Mark, so good to see you, Mark.
How are you?
How are you, sir?
How you feeling?
I'm feeling better. How about you? How is Gary?
He's good.
You bring it this car from Turkey.
I didn't want a traditional food truck close. I wanted to be out and open. I wanted to, like you see, you know, like face to face with people, greeting, saying hi. I got it from Turkey. It got shipped from Turkey, and I wish I found it here. It was very difficult. Hey, Katie, listen, I want to talk to you about the Sedona. Seriously.
I'll be back in a couple hours.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
Pretty interested in the
mocha.
ice. Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Okay, I'll
Amazing.
take one, yeah.
Sensation. A little sweet, a little spicy, naturally sweet.
Tough to beat.
Uh-huh.
Good. I'll take one of those.
I'll do the same.
Mocha.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Since when do you have the massage, by the way? You didn't get the memo? You didn't get the memo in Ballston only. I don't want to outshine you. You have a better mustache. Now I feel insecure. You know.
Take care of it.
I'll go back to the office and get a razor.
We have to make a schedule. Come here after I'm gone.
Okay.
I'm here like till 1. Because like you're the sun, I am the moon. When you're here, I
Right.
don't shine.
Okay.
You know.
Noted.
Keep
that in mind
It's
for
a
next
compliment.
We get a shared calendar.
Yeah, we'll get it going.
Yeah, so that you know.
Have
We'll
you
have
seen?
Ethan take care of
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'll manage it all. I'll keep you guys in the loop.
Have you seen the film As Good as It Gets? Jack Nicholson is a writer. And then Helen Hunt asks, like, listen, you know, like you're a douchebag, you're a horrible person. You have to make me a compliment. You have to make a compliment. And he tries. Like for 5 minutes, this intro speech. And Helen Hunt, where is the fucking compliment in this? And he said, listen, you make me want to be a better person. Because of you, I've started taking my medication. Like,
Make me want to be a better person.
Yeah.
That's quite the compliment.
Yeah. He says like how he, you know, neglected to take the medication, how he hated the medication, but now he recently started. Like, okay, great, I'm happy for you, but where is the fucking compliment? Because I want to be better for you, you know?
Yeah,
So, you're the sun.
Got it.
I am the moon. I don't shine when you're here. Because you have a better mustache. And I'm jealous.
Hey, you give me a
I am insecure. You know? I am very insecure. I'm a fragile.
You got nothing to worry about. You got a great mustache.
Thank you.
should
You
some
see,
of these
I
other
was
people's
fishing for it.
mustaches.
I was fishing
Got
for
it.
it. I was a waiter at this Indian restaurant called Rasika. It is the best Indian food in DC. I'm sorry, in America, period, really. So that's where I've learned to make things with layers. Sweet and spicy and sour at the same time. So this one, the inspiration come from there. It is cooked with cardamom, cloves, black peppercorn, star anise, ginger, honey, caramel, chocolate, Turkish coffee, and a little paprika. I call this life because it is like life. Even when it's like naturally sweet, it burns down just a little, you know, because what life is, if it's not gonna burn it just a little. Gentlemen, pleasure.
See you, Isa.
Thank you.
Take care.
Absolutely.
Have a good
Bye
one.
bye.
Enjoy this weather.
I know. We'll do. Word of mouth.
Word of mouth.
Word of mouth.
Word of mouth.
Very old fashioned.
Yeah.
As you could see, like, you know, like you don't have money, I open a tab over there, you know, for
Yeah.
regulars.
Yeah.
You know, they could come. You know, they say, do you accept Apple Pay? I'm like, I accept anything. Hugs and kisses and praise, you know.
What is the one memory you have in here? The people came here and then you remember. What is the most significant
I
one?
introduce people to each other. We found them jobs, we connect. And also, that my most meaningful thing is that I have a couple that I introduced. They're engaged now.
They're engaged.
They're going to get married. I introduced them.
That's the big one.
That is my proudest
I think
achievement.
none of the restaurant or the coffee shop can do this.
No.
No.
They were coming here separately. And I somehow in my mind I mashed them together. I thought they would fit really well. I said, is that okay if I introduce you? I think, you know, and then they said, sure. You know, even the CEO of the dating apps, you know, like she says, I personally love personal matchmaking. So it's an old world, it's an ancient art.
That's true.
It's like casting, you know, you cast for roles and characters. We brought opera, we brought the folk music, we brought guitar, we brought stand-up.
And now you're starting chess.
Chess tournaments on Sundays. An excuse to get together. The idea is like, you know, to breed together.
What is your time?
8 a.m. till 1 p.m.
1 p.m.
on weekdays. And 8 a.m. Ya Muhammad, ahlan wa sahlan, ya habibi.
How are you?
Usallimuka.
Yeah, nice to see you. Khan.
Khan, Mohammed.
They're not present, you know. To give someone your time is the most precious thing, Khan. Nobody's present. Everybody's away somewhere.
Or
But
rushing.
here we are present. I'm here. I'm listening to you. I'm giving you my time.
How-
I'm like a neighborhood therapist. I'm a therapist.
You are finding dating. You're a therapist.
Yes.
You're showing the Turkish culture.
Yes, yes, yes.
You
People
are
come
doing
to me, complain about their
art.
wife, their kids, you know, like their
But
job.
relaxing, like
Yes,
they are,
they're getting
because-
it out.
where they can go anywhere, nowhere.
Nobody has time for it.
Everywhere building,
Yes,
building,
yes,
building.
yes, yes, yes, yes.
What about the Turkish culture? Like how people reaction when they are hearing you are from Turkey?
They love the country. They've been there, you know, like they've traveled there, or they flew. They're aware. They know what Turkish coffee is. They're very, very aware. That's what makes this area really wonderful.
That's
People
true.
are really sophisticated.
Yeah.
They really know. They really know what Turkey is,
Turkey.
what Turkish coffee is. Even if they don't know,
They are learning here.
they're very curious.
I think the
They come and they say, you know, like, what is this? Like, tell me about the Turkish coffee. I've never had it. They're very curious. They're very open. I could tell you like how many people, you know, because of me, got curious and you know, they went to Turkey. I send them to Turkey. You know, they go over there. I swear to you.
Also-
they ask me like, you know, what to do, where to
Where
go,
to eat,
where to see,
where to
what
shop.
to do,
Yeah.
where to shop,
Yeah.
and I tell them, I make recommendation, and then they go. Mr. Shishin, great to see you, sir. Thank you, sir. How is everything? Good to see you. Autumn, great to see you, Autumn. Looking fantastic as usual.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Take care.
Enjoy this beautiful weather.
I know it's gorgeous. This is a wet napkin. Scanted, custom design with our
we
logo.
are using for everything.
Huh?
Even like starting with the hands,
Oh yes.
face,
Oh
shoes.
yes. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, he doesn't even know what's coming.
Yeah.
Open your palms, hands. This is a lemon rose water.
Oh. Very nice, thank you.
Right? عليكم السلام يا حبيبي. إلى اللقاء يا حبيبي. This is a very ancient tradition. This is lemon rose water.
Yeah.
Very ancient tradition. So this kadayıfı, the one that you had, the kadayıfı, it's the same shredded dough with pistachio and wrapped around with chocolate. I call it the legal crack. Legal version.
Yeah.
You'll see the face of God.
Nice.
They're that good. Did you have a Turkish coffee before?
Yeah, in Idaho of all places. There was a Turkish coffee shop.
Idaho?
Where I was staying.
Huh.
In Boise.
Who would know?
So I had a Turkish coffee, and they had really good. I forget the name of it, but like these like ravioli dumpling type things in like a
Mante.
sauce.
Mante.
Mante.
Yeah.
Mante.
Mante.
Yeah.
Yes.
Twice.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. It's impossible to find.
Oh.
Impossible to find because it's so labor intensive.
Oh yeah.
It's so labor intensive.
delicious. I had it for
Oh
lunch twice.
my God. It shouldn't be just a talk, me talking, you know? But I'm really happy that you get to witness the organic conversations that's happening with the regulars, you know? Like, well, I'm really happy that, you know, like, it's gonna add element to it. It was actually the theme of my film. We may look different, but we're not that different. You know, our story, you know, we're human beings. Eskimo and a Bedouin, they are the same. We want love, we want to be happy. You know, when you like, you know, get rid of like, it's an onion, layers of onion. You know, when you peel all these layers, you know, you're gonna come to an essence. Our essence is the same, so we're not that different.
Like Mevlana also.
Absolutely.
Come, whoever you are.
Whoever you are, whatever you are, whether you're a two-legged dog and
The only
four-legged.
the things, no hate, only talk, connect and
Absolutely.
learn.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think that would be my, you know, parting words of wisdom.
This interview we record 3 hours. Because why? This man is created amazing environment in here, because you will see in the video, the many people stop, only say hello,
Yes.
say like how are you? And
Not
a small-
transaction.
No,
I always say this
No.
this shouldn't be a transaction.
Yeah.
I hate it, to be transactional. Like that's what makes me different from them and everybody else. Like if they don't have money, like they don't need you. They don't want you. If you're not buying anything, they don't want you. But here, all is welcome.
you never find it this experience.
Come.
And thank you for
Thank
watching.
thank you for
Please
making me
come
part
here,
of it. Absolutely.
the Ballstonian in Ballston, Arlington. You want to give the address?
4000 Wilson Boulevard. Impossible to miss. Right here in the heart of Ballston.
Come here, find maybe your part of your love,
Yeah.
or like conversation, play chess, eat, and try to delicious Turkish drinks, and you will never regret this experience.
Thank you.
Thank you so
thank
much.
Absolutely.
Thank you for watching. I am Kaan. I hope you enjoy, and you will find Turkish and English many
Subscribe.
different interview. Thank you
Subscribe
so
and
much.
like.
Yeah.
Canım benim çok sağ olsun.
Sağ olasın.
Ne demek?